Good morning, Geeks and Gamers. Welcome to Geeks and Gamers Daily. Me and Ryan are fresh off of seeing completely different movies. And let's just say I'm happy about the movie I watched, at least one of them. I attempted to watch another one. We won't really fucking talk about that one, I don't guess. But I watched The Iron Claw, and holy shit, it was amazing. Ryan watched Aquaman.
Yeah, it was very meh. It was very meh. I also watched Reacher, though. I also watched something I really liked last night.
Okay.
So there's too much shit to watch right now.
Well, I watched something that was atrocious, which was Rebel Moon. My God, or at least I tried to watch Rebel Moon. I did not finish Rebel Moon. It was shockingly enough a Zack Snyder movie, is all substance or all style and no substance. Amazing, I know.
I have not watched Rebel Moon. I think I'm supposed to try to watch it before FNT, so I got to try to fit it in between. How long is it?
2 hours and 15 minutes.
It's not as bad as it could be, I guess. But also there's no it probably just hops right into it too. Well, I guess there's probably still credits and shit at the end, but
yeah. But yeah, so it's it's not good. It's not good at all. But yes, but we have a lot to talk about today, and I am happy to announce, and I announced this on Twitter yesterday, and let me pull up the tweet really quick. Because this is really awesome, and I appreciate all of you. But the 199 backpack, we have cleared our sales goal on the 199 backpack. Thank all of you for that. I appreciate it. A few of you have reached out and said, hey, can you give me a little more time because I really want to get the backpack. So because we have hit that sales goal, first of all, we're giving a few away for free. So we've have hit that goal. And then secondly, we have extended the campaign until the very end of the year now. So again, I appreciate all of you for supporting the backpack. Jay gets a free one. That's right, Jessica. Jay got it. I said if we hit the sales goal, then we will hit the Jay will get a free one. So you guys earned Jay a free bag. So but yeah, thank you guys so much. And that gives me confidence moving forward for us to maybe do more stuff like this. I was talking to Suresh about this the other day. I was like, man, the fact that we sold over 200 at $100 a pop is kind of crazy to me. I didn't think we could move that many, and we're over that number now. So now me and Suresh are going to come up with another 199 Geeks and Gamers program. So I'll keep you guys posted, and I will take your suggestions. Just let me know what you want to see, and we will take those into consideration. But thank you guys so very much. Mods will be dropping links to the backpack if you guys want to go over there. You got till the end of the year now. We have already put forward the order for the people that have ordered theirs, though, because we're trying to. There's an outside chance we can get people the bags before MegaCon. I can't guarantee that, but we are at least trying. So we have already pushed that order through. So extending the campaign won't slow down the process for that order. So just keep that in mind. But good stuff indeed. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing okay. You
sound tired.
I'm
tired.
I had to because of all the shit I had to do. Guys, I am so fucking late on Christmas shit and everything. I'm fucked. But I just have a thumbnail with me saying I am fucked. But in order to fit in Reacher and Aquaman 2, I watched Reacher at 8:00 last night. Me and Gary streamed at 9. 10:15, I went to go see Aquaman 2, and I didn't get out of that thing until almost 1:00. Filmed my review, did all that shit. Came back home, still had to do a couple things, and so I am tired. But
hey, we got really good news, Ryan. Golden Nuggets. Just found out today. Results came in. I fucking beat cancer. Happy Christmas. Thanks, Jeremy and Geeks Gear, for the support. Bro, that is awesome. Dude. Golden Nuggets. Shout out to Golden Nuggets. That is amazing. I know you've been struggling with this for a while. And as I kept telling you, keep us posted, and you have to come in here to the chat and talk to us about it. So that is absolutely fantastic. Love hearing that. Can't wait to share that with the Cobra Cast chat tonight as well, because I know you've talked about that a lot over during that stream. So that is awesome to hear. So look at the chat going crazy, man. You love to see it. Love to see it. Shout out to Golden Nuggets. We got Dom H dropping 10 gifted memberships before the stream even started. Look at there. Thank you, Dom H. And Tobias for 20 says, gonna start off with a 20 for you all because after today, I get a full week off from work. I'll be sleeping in. So sadly, missing daily as it's 8 a.m. here. You guys make my work mornings bearable. Tobias, that's awesome to hear, brother. I appreciate you. And I know Ryan appreciates you and your furry stuff. That's for sure.
Yep.
Fan. Ryan's a big fan.
Matt, yeah, you and Red keep going with that podcast.
All right. So again, shout out to Golden Nuggets. Congratulations, brother. That's awesome to hear. All right, Ryan, we got a lot to talk about. So what is first on the agenda today?
Well, we might as well start talking about Aquaman because we do have numbers that just came in. That just came in for that, and it's not listen,
good.
It ain't looking great. We'll
No.
put it that way. It's as expected. We could put it like that, as expected. But we saw the critic reviews roll in for Aquaman 2 before people actually got out to the theaters. Did not look great, like at 36, 37%. Well, now the audience has spoken as well. The audience is a little bit higher on it, actually at 77%. When you look at the all audience, it drops down to about a 66. But it doesn't look like a whole lot of people actually went out to see the movie, because that's really the question. Regardless of what the audience score, critic score is, how many people are actually going to go see this? The end of the DCEU? The answer is not many. Aquaman's return made a soft splash at the U.S. box office, despite kids off school, as Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom grossed $4.5 million on Thursday previews, fourth lowest ever for the DCEU, slightly above Birds of Prey, Shazam! Fear the Gods, and Blue Beetle. A $26 to $29 million 3-day weekend and a $34 to $39 million 4-day holiday opening could be in the cards, which would be below the industry's already pessimistic projections.
Holy crap.
So that 4-day holiday includes Monday's Christmas Day.
That is insane.
Which is always a massive day.
Always a massive day. That's why a lot of movies, if you go back to, like, I think Lord of the Rings are released around Christmas, Force Awakens, Last Jedi, Avatar usually releases around there because it's a huge movie holiday. Huge movie holiday.
And the first Aquaman got, I think it will run $100 million over its, now it was a 5-day, I think, because Christmas fell on a Tuesday, but over $106 million on their Christmas opening weekend. This one's going to be lucky if it breaks 30. And maybe even crazier, look at Wonka's barely behind it. And this is Wonka's second weekend, obviously. Aquaman Lost Kingdom 4.5, Wonka at 4.2. A lot of the other ones have not filled in yet, so we'll wait to figure out exactly what those are. But the fact that Wonka's second weekend could challenge Aquaman's opening.
Yeah.
Now, these are both Warner Brothers movies. Warner Brothers released like 3 movies in like a 10-day period around the holidays here. But we've kind of said that we thought that Wonka could be that thing that does better than people expected it to and has better legs. Certainly looks to be the case so far. And the fact that they have it in more theaters than Aquaman as well is very, very telling. Listen, I went and saw this last night. It's not the worst DC movie. It is just like a constant, like, hit you in the face with sound and visuals and bro humor from Jason Momoa. If you like Jason Momoa just going full Jason Momoa, you might like this movie. It gets a little tiring. Amber Heard is in this movie a decent amount. However, most of the time she's kind of standing there. She doesn't have very many lines that are important. She takes a couple actions against, our villains at some points, about the midway point of the movie and near the end. But it feels like they cut her out a lot. But she definitely still is in a significant part of this movie. This is DCU is going to end with a whimper. That's really what this is.
What are the Flash's numbers compared to these numbers that we have?
The Flash preview was at 9.5 million, I believe. Let's see. 9.7 million Thursday preview for Flash.
And this hit,
and that was a $55 million opening weekend.
So this is and Flash ended up doing what, 250 worldwide?
Yeah, 270 maybe. Yeah, 266.
So this could be Marvel's territory.
Oh, this is opening worse than the Marvels.
Yeah, this is holy crap, man. Like,
The Marvels opened to $46 million on a normal weekend.
this is insane how bad things are for. Again, I've never cared for the DCEU. I've always thought it was dog shit. Okay. Shout out Zack Snyder. Good job on that one for moving on from the DCEU to Rebel Moon now. That was kind of the predominant thing with, the DCEU. It was built around his vision and all of that. So I've never liked it. I've never thought it was good. I've never thought it was something that was maximizing these characters. And I think that you're looking at the fact that regardless of whether I like Snyder's vision or not, Warner Brothers never gave a clear vision of this DCEU. They never did it because they never fully backed Snyder's vision. And then they were always chasing Marvel. And then they made the first Aquaman basically a Marvel movie because that's all it was. And tonally, it's just, there's no consistency. Then you bring something like the Joker out, which has nothing to do with the DCEU, and it makes $1 billion. Now you have James Gunn constantly talking on social media about his vision for it and how The Flash is the greatest movie ever. It's a disaster, man. It really, really is. So this isn't surprising at all that they've ended up in this place. Then you add the Amber Heard element to it, and I do think that Amber Heard's name being attached to this project has hurt it. It's not the only reason that it's failing by any means. You know what I mean? This is kind of a sum of all the parts that we've seen. But my goodness, man, DCEU dying like it should have died a long time ago. But this is the nail in the coffin right here. Final nail in the coffin, figuratively and in reality it is. So yeah.
So let me say some nice things about the movie. The coolest shit is kind of similar to the first one. The different creatures and like vehicles and tech and stuff. It's pretty fucking cool. Like that. It's interesting. There's so much different stuff going on screen in terms of what they've created in this like undersea world. Unfortunately, like the visual effects and the CGI itself is fucking brutally bad. There are times where it looks like 2005, a lot of the fight scenes seem, especially the last fight scene between Aquaman and Manta, seems janky as shit just because it looks so bad. The visual effects are so poorly done.
And even in the trailers, it looked distractingly bad at times.
Yeah, it doesn't look any better. It doesn't look any better. I don't know how, like, obviously there's a lot of VFX in the entire movie's VFX, right? That's what it is when you're doing an undersea thing, but it was not good, horrifically bad. I think that it's a movie that, you could see how this could have been something okay that just turns out to be very disappointing. And I guess that describes the entire DCEU as a whole. So it's a fitting end to a decade of DC.
Yeah, and I think James Gunn has a very, very tough road ahead of him. I think he has an incredibly tough road ahead of him right now. Some of the casting for Superman Legacy, though, has been pretty good, I will say. But I just think that the DC is tainted for a whole different set of reasons than Marvel is, but they're both tainted for different reasons. One is just a complete lack of leadership and vision. The other is because of woke identity politics, and neither one of them are in a good place moving forward. And I think that you're having, I think Marvel's going to try to throw a Hail Mary into things moving forward with something. With DC, I think James Gunn, I think he's an arrogant person, and I think that he has enough arrogance to think that he can correct this immediately. Don't you? Do you feel that way? Like, I think he's got enough arrogance in his own kind of abilities. I think he thinks he can just turn this around immediately. The way he behaves on social media, the way he responds to rumors and reports, he comes off very arrogant, like, and overly confident. And I think that that's going to bite him in his ass. I'm still excited to see what he's going to do, but I got to call a spade a spade.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, he probably is. I think he should shut the fuck up, because some people are like, it's great he's engaging with fans. Kind of, but unfortunately, because James Gunn is not super honest, he ends up talking about out of both sides of his mouth. So things that he says then are completely contrary to something he says later. That's his fucking problem right now. and people are remembering. They've got the screenshot. Hey, nobody said this. Why did you say this? And then he'll like use some double speak to try to get out of what he actually said. So he just needs to shut the fuck up for a while.
And it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. So, because it's just who he is. Like, I thought that James Gunn was gonna go away after he got fired and then rehired after his Twitter stuff got exposed. You know what I mean? I felt like maybe he's just gonna go away. And again, he does do good films. He writes good like I like most of the stuff he's done, but I don't like him as a person. I think he's a very unlikable, disgusting person, to be fair. And he's also arrogant as hell. But if he would have just walked away from Twitter and social media after the disaster that he found himself in, I think things would be much better for him. But yeah, it just seems like he's way too arrogant, and that's probably not going to be beneficial for DC moving forward. So he's got a tough road ahead of him.
Yeah, I mean, I bet Christopher Nolan's pretty arrogant too.
Well, yes,
he posts on social media.
100%. There's nothing wrong with arrogance.
No.
You know what I mean? It's that when you can see it there. Like, to be fair, if Christopher Nolan was on Twitter responding to fucking followers with 12 fucking people saying Oppenheimer was boring and he's a piece of shit, and Nolan's like, it would make me look at Nolan completely different if Nolan was responding. It's just not who he is. You know what I mean? Like, it's just weird.
If someone's like, man, I can't believe they didn't show Japanese people dying in Oppenheimer, and he just like replies, "Suck my dick, bitch."
Yeah.
Right. Like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a big fan of people that, respond on social media. I would never want a president of the United States that responds on social media.
Yeah. Right.
Or anything like that. Oh, man.
Linko Kenobi for $20. What's up, guys? I saw Rebel Moon last night and I enjoyed it better than the Star Wars stuff that Disney's been bringing out. I'll respect your opinion on the movie if you enjoyed it or not. Hail the 199. I gotta watch it at some point, but I've not seen it yet.
Yeah, I hated Rebel Moon. So Rebel Moon basically starts out with a woman being a man. And what I mean by that is it's the male role that she's in, and she's sitting there working, digging up like, something out of the ground, and the man walks up all just like, oh, hi. And she's the dominant person in this situation. No man is going to walk up to a woman with her knees on the ground, digging something up and just standing there. Like, you would help though. Like, you're, as a man, you are programmed to go, oh, there's a small woman with skinny noodle arms struggling to pick something up. I will help you. What are you doing? In this situation, she's clearly the dominant person in the situation. And he's just the aloof, dumb man who she just has all the presence and such. And it sets a whole tone for it. There's a scene where she fucking annihilates like 10 fucking military men who are gonna grape a woman, and she walks up like they're all, holding her there, and it's about to happen. All these badass dudes with guns, and she walks up, she's like, stop. And they all turn around. Hello, lady. And she just annihilates. She John Wicks the fuck out of all of them. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Did she have any weapons or just like hand-to-hand combat?
She had an axe and she took their fucking guns. It's fucking stupid. Oh. And then Charlie Hunnam, who I like Charlie Hunnam a lot. He was Jax Teller in Sons of Anarchy. And the moment Jax shows up, he seems like a pretty badass dude. And then he starts talking. And he sounds like Brad Pitt from Snatch. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing right now? He's so stupid. It's so bad. It's really bad. So anyway, I did not like it. Does it have beautiful scenery? Yes, it's a Zack Snyder movie. Zack Snyder movies always look amazing. They always look incredible. Some of the CG's a little meh, but like overall, I only got halfway through it. So, but yeah, it's, from a visual standpoint, it's pretty interesting. There's some interesting characters, some interesting creatures, for that perspective for sure. But overall, yeah, it's not good. The Dags, yes, the Dag. If you know, you know. Have you seen Snatch?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah. The Dag.
You like Dags? You like what? You like Dags?
So people, it's like talking about how terrible your accent is in chat.
Hey, it is what it is.
Uh,
So
Lady Gravemaster for $10. Strongly disagree. I loved Aquaman 2. It was objectively a B movie, but personally, I gave it an A-. I think it's going to surprise a lot of people. Monsters, masculinity, good dad, bromance, fun. Yeah, there is a good, family element in there. Amber Heard is like absent from the family, which is like Aquaman is doing all of the fucking not childbearing, but like child rearing shit. He's changing diapers. He's putting the kid to sleep. He's doing like everything. And that's where I think that they've removed a lot of Amber Heard from that. He's doing like fucking everything. And Amber Heard will like show up every once in a while. There's like a scene of her folding laundry while he's changing the kid's diapers. But for the most part, it seems like he's raising the kid, even though it's not like Amber Heard's dead or something. She's there. She's just not there, which is weird. I don't think it's a B. I think the first one could be described as a B movie. I think it's a step down from the first one. I think that the Orm Jason Momoa or the Orm Aquaman like opposites vibe gets old. This movie wasn't that very long, but it felt long to me. So I think they could have trimmed even another like 15 or 20 minutes off of it, to be honest.
I would rather see Migration than Aquaman 2.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably not going to do very well.
I don't think so.
Hopefully it's a good kids movie.
I don't think it's going to do. I don't think there's a lot of momentum in the discussion for it. It could, like, Migration could get word of mouth and pick up. I don't think there's a lot of. I don't think people even know what the fuck it is. It's a terrible title. You know what I mean? It should be called like
Ducks.
I don't know. Yeah, like something with like a I don't know, Goofy Ducks or something, or I don't know, just something that kids would be like, I want to see, this, like Migration. That's a terrible name. It's a terrible name.
Quack.
Yeah, there we go. Call it Quack. People eat it up that they call it Quack.
Yeah, it would be better than Migration.
Call it the Mighty Ducks.
I think that one's taken. I think that one's taken somehow. All right, where are we? Beardo's reading comprehension for 10.
A Duck's Life. I'm sorry. All right, the chat's going crazy. A Duck's Life would be phenomenal. I would have went and saw that day one if it was called A Duck's Life. I'm sorry.
A Duck's Life. Somebody said that the first 20 minutes of Rebel Moon is like a bug's life.
The whole movie's a fucking bug's life, dude. Like, it's all it is, which is not a Bug's Life it's not an original take on a movie either, but yeah, it's pretty much, it's Quarter Black tweeted that out.
Yeah, that's right. Beardo's reading comprehension for 10. 1 year ago, I got my second ACL surgery. Spent Christmas on a walker, but discovered this community. Hail Golden Nuggets and all. Y'all have a very Merry Christmas. P.S. Star Fox starring Tobias.
That's awesome, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. BPST over on Rumble for 20 says, Merry Christmas. I just began watching Reacher this season and I like it. Is the first season worth watching, Ryan?
Yeah, you should stop. You should stop wherever you're at in this one and rewatch the first one and then catch back up. That's what I think. But yeah, 100%. First season's really good.
Dude, I love that the chat is taken over with like all the names that Migration should be.
Quack to the Future.
DuckTales.
Why these are like cracking you up.
I know. No, it's because it's so simple of like how many ways you could do this with duck movies over the years, or A Bug's Life. They could pull off A Duck's Life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They could pull that off. Like A Duck's Life would be phenomenal. I would go see that in a minute. DuckTales, like I know we've obviously iconic. We all love DuckTales, but it's such a simple title for a show. And they did it back then. Migration is a fucking bad name. Okay. It's a really bad name. It just is.
Yeah, it is. It doesn't make you excited to go see it for sure.
No, not at all. It would be like the Nintendo releasing the sequel to the Wii and calling it the Wii U. Nobody would do that because it wouldn't sell anything.
There was one person that commented that it's like, sounds like it's going to be full of immigration propaganda. That's what somebody legitimately said in our chat the other day. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? I said it's a movie about fucking ducks. Like, we're down here on the border helping migrants cross the river.
Oh shit. Dan
Al,
Vasc and the Yellow Flashes here. What's up, guys?
how's Dan's
Shit.
fucking video doing? Is it going to be enough to take down Gary?
You know, I saw he posted that it was tracking #1 for him. I haven't seen her because I've been so busy.
That must be
watching
pretty
shit.
big, considering that's like 1 out of 10 for Dan includes probably 3 years worth of videos.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. That's true.
so, yeah, that's legit.
Right now, the public views are at 68,000. But it's got 13,000 likes.
Maybe
Holy
up to
bro,
over 100,000 on there.
Bro, look at the like to dislike ratio on this video. This is insane. This might be the best like to dislike ratio I've ever seen. 13,000 to 12 dislikes.
Those are all Gary's alts.
12 dislikes, 13,000 upvotes. That is fucking crazy. I don't think I've ever seen one like that. That is insane right there. Shout out to Dan freaking Vasc. So, hey, listen, Dan was motivated. Cobra Cast chat, I asked, like, who's going to win, Dan or Gary? Cobra Cast chat voted 70% Gary. And this is a show that Dan has taken over multiple times. They voted Gary 70%.
He says it's tracking better than Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace ended up with 9.2 million views.
Whew. That's crazy. That's awesome, man. Dan is awesome, though. He's the man, and him and Gary both are crushing it. Either way, whoever gets there first, they're both going to be there soon. So
I think what really especially probably helps for Dan, maybe he can say it, but when people start reacting to his shit,
yep,
and then like those videos blow up, and then his shit gets in other people's algorithms that he didn't see before. I think that's in a big way what helps it a lot too.
I'll do a reaction tonight, Dan, on Cobra Cast. How about that? That'll help you. That'll push it to at least 10 million views right there.
Jeremy just wants to take credit for it.
Fuck yeah, dude. What are you talking about? Of course I do.
Kevin,
hey, retitle it to migration. See how that one works, Dan. Just type
metal musicians perform migration. That's what Dan's been trying to do. Let's see. Kevin Hunts for 50. Glad to see Jeremy back.
What did he say? Oh no. What did he say?
Well, he just said, no, I was laughing at your response, but his is funny too. Glad to see Jeremy back after your bottom surgery. Everything healing okay?
What's up, Kevin? How the hell are you, Kevin? And seen you in a while. Always appreciate when you're drunk super chatting me and not other people. So
is he dead? Is he still here? There's Kevin.
There he is.
What's up, Kevin? Alex Papa for Romanian 10 Romanian currency equivalent to $2. So it's basically like Brazilian. Thank you. Patrick Kelly for 5. I think the way to save Marvel, have Gary Nerdrotic take over Marvel, Kevin Feige's position and clean house. I nominate Gary as well.
Yeah.
The Wolf from Heart with the membership. Thank you. Danny Diego, member for 7 months. Can the next G&G and 221B project be a series of gay plushies? Well, we only did one of those.
Yeah, that's right.
Only did one of them. I don't know if we're going to get a follow-up. CG Hero for 5. Jeremy, would you rather get a great G.I. Joe movie or a great Titanfall 3 game?
Great G.I. Joe movie. Yeah.
Even though you could play Titanfall 3 for the next 10 years?
Yeah, but I've just never had a great G.I. Joe live action movie. So, you know what I mean? So I would rather have that because I do have a great Titanfall game already. I have 2 great Titanfall games.
CG Hero for 5. Ryan, would you rather get a great Harry Potter show or a great Star Wars EU show? Well, I guess I would probably, if you're asking me if I could like change the course of history and have like everything be like back the way it was, then I would take the Star Wars shit. But if you're just giving me one show that's like a standalone, I don't give a fuck about that. Like, I'm not interested in that shit. Give me the Harry Potter show being good instead of just like some fucking scrap of like one show from the Star Wars EU. I don't need that. What? G.I. Joe migration. Look at this fucking. Hold on. Pull that back up.
He also dropped 5 gifted memberships earlier too. So hail. All right,
Look at the fucking cats behind him.
What's up with that?
What's your first thought for 2? Just wanted to wish you Mela Kalikimaka. Well, that's Hawaii's way of saying Merry Christmas to you. So thank you.
That's right.
Thunderstrike for 10. So it looks like my daughter won't be home for Christmas from the NICU. She's doing fine, but slightly behind on her feedings, which is the last hurdle. Gonna be hard to visit her on Christmas. That's rough, man. I'm sorry to hear that, but at least she is doing okay and getting better, and eventually she'll get back there. So
100%.
That's a tough way to spend Christmas for sure.
Absolutely. Hey, Aaron, if you're part of our Discord, Geeks Gamers Discord, I can get Jay Hailstorm to connect with you and we can help you. I had the same problem on my PC. So it is really annoying, but I can get Hailstorm to help you out. So if you join the Geeks Gamers Discord and tag us, we can try to help you out with that for sure.
There you go. To Magnum Norse for 20. YouTube is crushing my comments. Probably a good thing for y'all. Oh, they're not letting you send it or whatever. Tomac for 20. So would a duck's life end with hearing a punt gun and a dog barking?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe. Menti for 10. Pour one out for the homies. The DCEU is dead. The MCU is dead. Soon, their reanimated corpses will walk the earth, and the dried up husk will crumble under the weight of their own cringe.
They're just going to start going after video games now. So that's going to be the next one.
Mike
Hill,
Hill,
a lot of video game movies.
Mike Hill for 5. It's obvious the report of people walking out of Aquaman 2 must have been false. Well, what I will say is this: they've done a ton of different changes and shit to the movie. But yeah, like they could have done one test screening where they implied the baby died or something, but maybe. SBZ for 5. Quick question for Ryan. The guy in the meme, is this a peasant joke? I'm too rich to understand. Is that you? I don't know if I
don't know which one. Which one?
Peasant. Let me look. That guy does kind of look like me. A little bit. Hold on.
Pulling it up.
Yeah.
Duckenheimer. There's still Duck of the Dead. Oh man. There's just so many titles that they could have went with in the migration.
You guys are a little older, I think.
That's pretty funny, actually.
I'm sorry. Is this some sort of peasant joke that I'm too rich to understand?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
All right.
Ryan's everywhere. Everywhere I go.
Find me.
There he is.
Wedge Seraph, member for 9 months. The last one I saw in theaters with Godzilla -1, it'll probably be my last ever. To quote a certain dead silverback, Hollywood has nothing to say. Sad to see, but there's always video games.
Well, I will say, I saw The Iron Claw last night, and The Iron Claw is a phenomenal movie. It's an absolutely fantastic movie. It is not easy to watch. It's not something, honestly, I care to watch again. It kicked my ass. I'm familiar with the Von Erich stories. And honestly, and it took me back too, because, Kerry Von Erich was the only real Von Erich member I was aware of when I was younger watching wrestling, because Kerry Von Erich actually got to the WWF. He became the Intercontinental Champion. He was the Texas Tornado. I never knew that Kerry Von Erich literally was wrestling with one foot. I never knew that he got in a motorcycle accident. He had his foot amputated. He had a fake foot. I never knew that he was wrestling with a fake foot. I never knew this until later on, obviously, years later. But obviously, Kerry Von Erich, I thought, was going to be a massive star in WWF, and he was kind of heading towards that, but he clearly had a lot of substance abuse problems, and he got fired. But later on, obviously, you heard more about the Von Erich stuff, and in Texas, the Von Erich family were rock stars. They were absolute rock stars at the Sportatorium. They were Texas royalty. And so As a wrestling fan, I've been aware of the story and Kevin Von Erich being the only surviving brother out of 5 brothers. 5. Now, they do in the movie, they leave out Chris Von Erich's story. So they don't even utilize him. So Kevin is the only surviving brother out of 5 brothers. They all committed suicide. There's reports that David didn't commit suicide, but there's mixed reports on that if he did or didn't, but the rest of them all committed suicide. It's a horrible story. And so you go through this, and Zac Efron does a phenomenal job as Kevin Von Erich, and everything in it is good. And it doesn't do I was wondering if they were going to kind of go overboard on Fritz Von Erich, which is the father. I was wondering if they were going to go overboard. They didn't. They actually portrayed him as a very misguided father who did love his kids, but it wasn't like they were trying to paint him as the devil. They painted him as a father that at his core loved his kids, but didn't know how to love his kids. And he was living vicariously through his kids, and he pushed them too hard, and he put too much pressure on them. And he just had this old guard mentality, but they didn't paint him as a devil. They painted him, I thought, in a overall decent light, but it's just a terrible story. It's not easy to watch, but the movie itself crushed it. It really is phenomenal, but just understand you're not going to walk away from this movie being happy. You're not going to be feeling motivated. It will destroy you. And there is a scene towards the end that is truly one of the most beautiful and heartbreaking scenes I've ever seen in a movie. So I loved it. It was excellent. So I highly recommend it, but just understand you're going into it. You're not going for entertainment. You're going to watch a brutal, based on a true story. They took some liberties, but Zac Efron crushed it. Everybody crushed it in the movie. So I can't wait to see what everybody says about it.
There you go. I will say I'd say I'd probably watch it this weekend. I probably won't have time just because Christmas is coming. But hopefully right after Christmas, maybe I can watch it. $50 super chat from Disco Cobra says, so any special streams planned over the holidays or taking a break? I know y'all don't stream over the weekend. Just curious if the Geeks Gamers crew have something going on. I would guess hanging with family most likely. I'm ready for FNT.
I'll be streaming all weekend and on Christmas Day. So we're even gonna have a daily that day. I honestly haven't even talked to Ryan or anything to see what he's got going on, but I'll be doing a daily that day. I'm sure
Jeremy will be doing a daily.
I'll be doing a daily that day. But yeah, so streams are happening constantly I'll be on streams. So because I was out of town last week. That was my de facto kind of Christmas family time there. So I'm powering through. I'm here for the holidays.
Yeah. I'll do my like normal stream I do on like Sunday, even though it's Christmas Eve, but I will not be streaming on Christmas, at least not during the day at all.
And we will have a Tuesday Night Main Event, even if it's just me.
Magnum Norris for $10. Beardo loves sock. Smells like glory. Okay, Ajax Skyline for $5. I'm not one for cancel culture, whatever their tweets in the past were, but people forget James Gunn's weird children tweets. Guy's a weirdo.
No, he is a weirdo. He is a weirdo. No doubt about that.
Mr. Parker, welcome to the 199. Dermy Wormy for 11 months. Hail all. Merry Christmas. Y'all excited for the Doctor Who Christmas special? I know I'm ready to tear it apart. I'm not going to watch it.
I am not going to be watching it.
Ajax Skyline. You two grew up watching Toonami, and Flicks released Yu Yu Hakusho live action by Japanese, so no woke bullshit. They cut the story, but still good. Give it a try. Okay. I saw like a clip for that like floating around. It looked fucking ridiculous. Lady Gravemaster for 10. I'm telling you, when Aquaman bellows at Manta and rescues his wife, that reached down in the primal part of my brain and just yanked at the wiring. Even more powerful than he fought for his son. That says a lot about the female brain, Lady Gravemaster. What most men in there were hoping that he would kill Amber Heard. That's what every man in the theater was hoping for. When Manta was sitting there ready to fucking shove a trident through Amber Heard's heart, everyone's like, yes, do it, do it, do it. And then Aquaman saved her, and Aquaman became the villain for a lot of people, for at least men in the room. So, but no, I hear what you're saying. There's literally the same tone of voice, the same thing, in different parts of the movie where he's like, get away from my wife. And then almost right at the end, he's like, get away from my son. It's like the same fucking voice, the same take. They did have a get away from my son moment. Tobias pretend for anyone wanting some industrial metal this year, go check out Killing Floor 2's Krampus Christmas event music. My personal favorite are No Rest for Anyone and Fury of the Bells. Nice.
Yeah, Krampus. How many Krampus movies are there?
I don't fucking know. I saw like the first one.
I feel like there's more than one, but another note about the Iron Claw. Whoever they got to play Ric Flair, it's the worst thing. It's so bad. It's unbelievably bad. I can't describe how bad their interpretation of Ric Flair is. Ric Flair is one of the most iconic and greatest wrestlers to ever live, and that is not up for debate. And the person that they got to play Ric Flair and how they got him to play him in the promo, it's comically bad. It's embarrassingly bad. Maybe if you don't know anything about Flair, it will work for you. For anybody that knows anything about Ric Flair, you're going to watch this and you're going to cringe harder than you've ever cringed before. It was so fucking bad. It's the real only criticism I have about the movie. And it's not a major thing, but they do allow like this guy to do a full-on Ric Flair promo. And it's bad. It was horrible. So yeah, just be prepared for that. Be prepared. It's terrible.
Well, that sucks. Hayden for $50 says, Merry Christmas, everyone. If you're able to spend time with your family, enjoy it. These times are special, and it's good to make the memories. For those of us spending it alone, keep moving forward. Much love and hope, and see you around the much love and hope to see you around the internet.
Hell yeah, Hayden. Thank you,
Hayden.
brother. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, bro. Hope you have a good Christmas too. We got to talk about somebody who probably didn't expect this Christmas present. Vin Diesel. Fast and Furious, all this stuff. Man, he just got hit with a big Me Too allegation stemming from 2010 when he was filming Fast 5. Oof. Now, so I'm always going to be, whenever people go and sue someone instead of take it to the cops, you're always going to ask questions, especially when this thing happened 13 years ago. But this is what happened. Apparently, he was too fast, too furious. Vin Diesel sued for alleged sexual battery of assistant in 2010. A former assistant to Vin Diesel sued the actor on Thursday, alleging that in 2010, he pinned her against a wall in a hotel suite and masturbated in front of her. Now, the most shocking part of the allegations for me was that it was a woman coming forward saying this, based on some of the things I've heard about Vin Diesel in Hollywood. But this is apparently the case. Asta Janasan, that's a weird name, alleges she was working for the actor in Atlanta where he was filming Fast 5 when he brought her to his suite at the St. Regis Hotel and forced her onto his bed. According to the suit, she asked him to stop and move towards the door, but he came over to her and began to grope her breasts and kiss her chest. He tried to pull down her underwear, and she screamed and ran towards the bathroom. Janasan alleges that Diesel pressed against the wall and forced her to touch his erect penis and then began to masturbate. Miss Janasan was unable to escape and close her eyes, scared of angering Vin Diesel by rejecting him further and trying to dissociate, wishing the assault would end. Hours later, according to the lawsuit, Samantha Vincent, Diesel's sister and president of his company, called her and fired her. It was clear to her she was being fired because she was no longer useful. Vin Diesel had used her to fulfill his sexual desires, and she had resisted his sexual assaults. She felt helpless, all of that stuff. Now, Vin Diesel's come out, categorically denied anything, said that this is a person that I had never heard anything about for 13 years, and they only worked for my company for 9 days, and is denying anything happened. Listen, I think a lot of people in Hollywood are fucking trash. Would it shock me if this was true? No, wouldn't shock me. Again, it would shock me that it was a woman, not a man, that's complaining about this in Vin Diesel's case, but wouldn't shock me. At the same time, this is 13 years after the fact, and it's a lawsuit.
What year was this?
2010.
So 2010, was before, let's see, so 2010 he was he had a few of, like, he had Fast and Furious under his belt. Listen,
He
I
was
want to give,
filming
yeah,
Fast 5 when this
okay.
happened.
So I want to give the person credit because, I mean, the person that filed the lawsuit, because they did wait until his net worth was far more than, it was then, and obviously he was worth a good amount of money then. Um, if you believe this, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. I reject the premise that you waited 13 years to sue someone instead of going to the proper authorities. I dismiss this completely. This is the problem with opportunists and fake people like this, is that there are, and I don't even like saying what I'm about to say because it sounds cringy every time somebody says it, but it is true. There are real victims out there, but they don't get taken seriously because of pieces of shit that are constantly trying to hijack situations. There are people out there that have real mental health issues, but there's too many people on Twitter that have decided that they want to put mental health in their bio so that they can get fake attention off of it. And a lot of lazy, pathetic people have basically ruined any real acts or real situations with real victims. They've ruined any opportunity for them to be taken seriously. 13 years, get the fuck out of here. But it's going to be treated like it's being treated. There's people that are going to believe that Vin Diesel did this just because an accusation was made. I don't like Vin Diesel. I guess I don't have a strong opinion on Vin Diesel one way or the other. I've enjoyed some of the movies I've seen him in, but I don't care about him as an actor or as a person or as a human being, to be honest. Vin Diesel exists to entertain me, and that's it. I don't give a fuck about his personal life. But I don't believe this just on the premise alone.
Yeah. It's whenever it's 13 years after the fact, whenever it's not a go to the cops thing, whenever it's a lawsuit thing, there's a lot of things that are stacked against this. And again, the fact that I think like Vin Diesel likes men, that also that also kind of stacks it a little bit against it for me. But this is something that's out there now, and I guess Vin Diesel is going to have to respond to this lawsuit.
Who do you think is more likely to be full-blown gay? Vin Diesel or Chris Evans?
Yeah. Vin Diesel, like I've heard legit shit about Vin Diesel. So, and I haven't like actually heard that stuff like as much about Chris Evans. So as Vin Diesel,
which makes me wonder, it makes me more inclined to believe that there is something really going on with Chris Evans.
I think Steph said in the chat that this lawsuit's going to force Vin Diesel to come out of the closet.
Yeah, he's going to pull like Kevin Spacey.
Defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, a lot of people are just saying Will Smith to my question. Just Will Smith.
He got murdered.
Oh man.
See, yeah, Dr. Quag, go ahead.
No. I was just saying to kind of close that story up, but ultimately, we'll see how Vin Diesel responds to it. But I just think that nothing like that should be treated with you should not take accusations 13 years later seriously. You just shouldn't do it. It's not to say that it's not possible. It's just to say that there has been so many people out there that have tried to capitalize off these situations that they have made it impossible to take anything seriously that far removed. They just have.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Dr. Quagsire for 10. So continuing off time, Rocksteady decides to show Poison Ivy off, thinking it's anime inspired, but not realizing anime characters don't resemble actual humans. The Suicide Squad should be shelved. And I think you had another super chat I want to find. Continuing out from previous, Poison Ivy's revived as a kid, and Harley continues to flirt with her, shaking my head. Yes, that's actually what I wanted to talk about next a little bit here was the Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League game has kind of had a lot of bad PR since its very beginning. There's been a lot of leaks about the game, leaks about what happens to Batman and, disrespectful to Kevin Conroy's kind of last iteration as the character, just about the game and the premise itself, the layout, the way it works. But something we saw the other day has to do with Poison Ivy. Now, keep in mind, this is all set in the Arkhamverse, right? So the events of all the Arkham games are preceding this game. Well, Poison Ivy died in one of the, was it Arkham Knight maybe? I forget which one, but she's been resurrected somehow as a child who looks a lot like Greta Thunberg. So that in and of itself was a little bit weird. But then for them to, in the Arkhamverse, right? In the Arkhamverse, where Harley Quinn obviously very obsessed with Joker, they decide to do the whole Harley and Poison Ivy like romantic weird thing between her and Poison Ivy as Poison Ivy gets resurrected as a child. And it just feels a little weird here.
There's my girl. I don't know you, but my pheromones remember you. Oh, strange emotions. Tell me about it. Wasn't expecting you to come in fun size.
Oh. I haven't seen that. I saw the clip going. I have not heard this yet. Holy crap.
The fun size thing is a little rough.
Wow.
You really don't know me? Harley and Ivy forever? In 10-story burning letters?
Now, this is Mr. Bug's edit here.
Right.
But like, it feels a little strange. It feels a little strange.
Dude. This is insanity.
Yeah. And the fact that they made her into Greta is a little bit weird as well. But hey.
Fun size.
There's been so much backlash for this shit. Like I said, from the game design itself and the gameplay itself to the decisions they're making. And a lot of these leaks might not be complete and they might not be what happens eventually at the end. Obviously, the game of Suicide Squad kills the Justice League, so you kind of know what's going to happen in terms of the Batman stuff and everything that leaked. But yeah, a lot of people not feeling the vibe of this Harley Ivy thing when she's turned into a kid.
No, this is disgusting, and it's going to get the proper backlash, hopefully, and how they respond, it will be interesting. But yeah, these guys, like, I mean, this is what we as fans have continued to call out over and over again, and it's becoming insane how right the fans have been, and they're blatantly doing it right in our faces now, unapologetically. You know what I mean? Their arrogance has reached a new level with this type of stuff where they're unapologetic with it and they don't even try to hide it anymore. I don't know, man. I think the Suicide Squad game is going to be a massive failure on every level. And of course, the fact that it's tied into the Arkham universe, we all know how great those games were. Easily not even the best. I don't even like classifying them as some of the best games or superhero games ever made. I like
some of the best games
ever made, and it's not even a debate on that, really. So yeah, when is this game supposed to release? Do we know? Do we have a release date?
A month and a half from now. I think maybe early February or something.
Well, this one's going to be next level with the Batman stuff. Kevin Conroy tied into it. Now you have this situation. Yeah, this is going to be something we're going to have to follow pretty closely, and we're going to have to crush this game.
Yeah, January 30th.
Yeah, so we got to crush this game.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's see, Professor 3PO for $2. Call it quack. The libtards will smoke it up. Thank you. We missed this. The Real Smile Bit with 20 gifted membership.
Real Smile Bit. What's up?
Damn. Thank you.
Real Smile Bit's awesome. Real Smile Bit was really wanting to throw us some challenges for Fortnite. So I'll be playing Fortnite this weekend on Cobra 199. Although channel is still one stream away from being monetized. We're still only 3 streams I've done, and now one more stream will be monetized. So that's awesome. Shout out to all of you.
Shadow Dragon member for 8 months. MegaCon update. Tabletop Dragon plush update. I love the. I don't know I don't know how to fucking say this. I never knew how to say it. I just saw it in the book. I love that. Do you know Gwyn in Star Wars EU? Are you cosplaying at MegaCon? Play some Halo again, damn it. I'm not cosplaying at MegaCon now.
Yeah, I've got a call in, so I don't have the exact dates yet, but as soon as I do, I will let you guys know.
Wax the Dolphin for 25 Romanian. Santa Claus holding a berserk dragon slayer sword fighting Godzilla is the movie I want to see. Corvus 6 for 5. Is nobody going to bring up the opening scene from Rebel Moon? The shape of the portal, the sound effect, and the shape of the ship coming through. It definitely looks like a vagina.
It did. It actually did. I didn't think about that until now, but yes.
I thought as soon as I saw it, So I watched the first 5 minutes of it before this stream. So I saw like the opening sequence of the girl in the field. I didn't really see the guy or any of the interaction, but yeah, the opening sequence, it's like I don't know if it's like space time or something, maybe how they travel through hyperspace, whatever their version of it is. It definitely like opens up and it just looks like a vagina with a big dick coming through. Let's see. Eli Saul, member for 8 months. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. All hail the 199.
Hail.
Thank you, Eli. Steiner Math for 5. Wishing both of you gentlemen and your families a Merry Christmas. Hail the 199. Let's strap in for a crazy 2024.
Thank you. Yeah, it's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. Oh, again, so since we've got peak viewership here, again, just to make this a follow-up announcement, thank you to everybody. We have hit our sales goal on the 199 backpack. You guys are the best. And so those orders were pushed. We've already pushed that order through, but we are extending the campaign until the end of the year because many of you have reached out and asked for a little bit longer. So till the end of the year, the 221B Tactical 199 backpacks will be available. The limited edition Geeks and Gamers backpacks. And so again, these guys, these backpacks are awesome. I took mine on my trip with me, and like I said, I was able to fit my laptop, my Rodecaster Pro 2, which is the bigger Rodecaster, my extra screen, my extra keyboard, my microphone, and my over-the-ear headphones all in the backpack. So there's a lot of room in there, and there's a lot of different compartments and things. So hopefully you guys are able to go check that out when you can, but we did hit our sales goal and I really appreciate that. So, so till the end of the year, and Drunk 3PO did get his free one. So shout out to all of you. Thank you guys.
Thank God. I was worried about that. Cody, member for 2 months, always a decade plus later. Pound hashtag me too. Luke Korolowitz, Art, member for 6 months. Merry Christmas, one and all. Thank you. Beardo's reading comprehension for 199. Call it Feeding the Ducks. Soundtrack by Az. Bobo Yogi for 2. Small Soldiers, 1998. Only good live action G.I. Joe. I like that movie.
Small Soldiers is good. Small Soldiers is good.
Blake Barrett for 2. Hail D-Duck Cobra. Borg Porg for 5. When I first saw the trailer for Migration, I thought it was going to be a Duck Hunt movie. When I saw it was from the makers of Mario Bros. That would actually be really funny. It's a prequel to Duck Hunt.
It does. I do think it might. There's a chance that word of mouth might carry the movie. I just think that the initial run, like people are just like, what the hell is this? You know what I mean? Marketing's not good for it.
Yeah. Hayden for $10. Jeremy play Lego Fortnite. That way you can still play the game you love, but it'll probably be more interesting. LMAO. Just kidding, but really.
I mean, I'm not a big Minecraft person, but I know a lot of people are loving Lego Fortnite, so we'll see.
Let's see. Professor 3PO for 2. Give me back my duck. Thanks. Taker for 5. Sorry, Ryan, you're just not Beardo. Let the get off my, give me back my, and get away from my lines to the master. Yeah, don't worry. Tobias Nexus for 5. There's a lot of evil Santa movies, but not many about Krampus as its own entity. Krampus is not just evil Santa. He has a ton of ancient folklore. I don't know what Krampus is like in terms of other than the movie itself.
Bro, who wouldn't go see this movie right here? Who wouldn't go see this right there? Of course you'd go see that. A Duck's Life. Come on, man. I'd go see this opening day. I'll be like, all right, sign me up. This is what it should have been called, A Duck's Life. And everybody would have went and seen it. There we go, right there.
Yeah. Wild Man Beyond for 5. I'm surprised showing the box of results. You didn't mention anyone but you since it got so much buzz. I mean, I don't know how much buzz it's getting. That's like the Sydney Sweeney and guy from Top Gun Maverick, Glenn Powell. That's the like rom-com that they have. I mean, it looks fine. But I don't know how much buzz it's gotten. Yeah, debuted with 1 million, so we'll see how that does. It's the Wolf from Heart for 199. Isn't he Jay? I do think Vin Diesel is. Yeah. Professor 3PO for 2. Vin Diesel and Feeding the Ducks. Beardo's reading comprehension for 199. Y'all follow Duck 3PO. Very crooked teeth. Thank you. SBZ for 5. To be fair, the Triton duel between Aquaman and Black Manta is 3 times better than a Ducka. It's like the opposite of Ahsoka. Ahsoka's super slow. This is just super fast and like nonsensical, and like CGI looks like shit. It's really bad. East Coast Toasty Boy for 2. That's what happens when you cross family. Yeah, it's not how you treat family, Vin Diesel. Come on. You don't press them up against walls and masturbate in front of them. Bonesaw is ready for 5. Now I remember why 99% of my library is indie games. Fun size makes me feel like taking a shower.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Jester of Roanoke for 2, as Jay would say, Murray Crossmas and Hoopy New Year. Chris Bolts for 5. These game studios must think the fans won't walk away from gaming. I'm sick of modern gaming. We'll start playing retro games. Merry Christmas.
It's a way to go.
Andrew CR, go duck yourself and a duck with Bob Iger's face. Highlander for member for 2 months. Merry Christmas Kwanzaa to all. Hope everyone has a safe and drunken holiday. Thank you.
Brian will.
Yeah, and then Hayden for 10. Wait, play Lego Fortnite with the usual Fortnite crew if they're available. Krista, Jay, Beardo, and Jeremy doing Lego Fortnite could be fun.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think it again. So I would be open to that for sure on the Cobra 199 channel. Because again, it would be me experiencing this game type that I don't know, because I don't know a Minecraft. It would be interesting to see Ryan playing Lego Fortnite because he likes Minecraft. That would be interesting.
You think Legos like Minecraft?
Huh?
You think Legos like Minecraft?
No, that's what Lego Fortnite is. It's Minecraft.
What do you mean?
Okay, so they brought this new mode out called Lego Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
And it's essentially Minecraft within Fortnite with Lego characters. So for instance, if you have the Star Wars characters in your Fortnite characters, you know, like the Star Wars skins, they translate to Lego form Star Wars characters. So like the Stormtrooper or Luke Skywalker or Han, it's a Lego character, and they have Lego Fortnite, which is essentially just Minecraft now.
Yeah, but what do you mean when you say just Minecraft? Do you just mean they're building things?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what Fortnite is.
No.
Is building.
No. That's building like from a competitive, but this is all like an open sandbox type of thing. Like everybody that's played it has said it's literally Minecraft within Fortnite. Again, I don't know because I haven't. No guns. Yes. So
so there's like no guns. There's just
a survival game. Yeah, so survival. So you have like health. You have to replenish your health. You have to eat things. You have to build things. All of that. So
that does sound like I guess that sounds like Minecraft.
Yep.
Let's see. Alec Baldwin's finger.
Whoa.
Who I met in Arizona.
Proper 199.
Yeah, with a 199 for real. Merry Christmas, everyone. This G&G Daily Show has been great this last year and look forward to more. Thank you, Alec Baldwin's finger.
Let me get, and you're right, and thank you, Alec Baldwin's finger. And you're right. G&G Daily has kind of changed what we do at G&G, and I got to give Ryan full credit for it. If it wasn't for Ryan, this show probably wouldn't be operating consistently like it does, because that's not my strong suit. Consistency is not my strong suit, but Ryan's kind of the driving force behind the show. Obviously, we've brought Jay in, and we've changed up some of the panelists occasionally. We'll probably continue to do that, but that's why Ryan's not on Tuesday Night's Main Event anymore. It's like I've put more responsibility on him to kind of keep this show going. But yeah, Ryan is the reason this show's happening. So shout out to him, man. I don't compliment him much, but I got to compliment him on that.
Thanks, I guess. Appreciate it. I don't take compliments very well.
I don't give them very well to Ryan either.
It's just a bad combination all around. Yeah.
We need to argue fucking superhero fatigue to cleanse our palate really quick. Even though somebody said like Jeremy and Ryan are kind of arguing, but they're kind of agreeing while they're arguing. What are you saying? I'm excited about.
I saw some people that like made videos about that argument,
dude.
Like, not like thinking like we were like upset with each other, but like making videos about the argument itself, about like, how do you not understand what he's saying? Like shit like that. It's funny. Pretty funny.
Oh shit. Anyway, what am I excited for? What?
I think I was gonna say something about, are you excited? Are you gonna wait for Rebel Moon Part 2 to come out to binge watch the whole thing?
Dude, I fucking hate these part 1, part 2 bullshits. It's so dumb. But I don't
This
classify that
one,
as I don't
this
classify that
one,
as the same thing though.
me neither. This one I can like, it's so to me that's okay. I haven't watched it at all, but like the idea of it releasing this in December, and I think the next part's supposed to come out in March or something. So you're
Yeah.
talking about months apart, not part 1 and the next part comes out 2.5 years later.
Yeah.
Like whereas this is more supposed to be like a couple month event type of thing.
Yeah.
But
And I actually like when they do that. I even like when Netflix does the whole like part
half
1
a
of the
season, half a
series and
season.
yeah, and then they release the rest of it. That is a good I like that model actually. I think that's a good model for sure. But yeah, so I hate the part 1, part 2 movie release thing. But to your point though, if we're doing it within a month or two of each other, then it makes a little more sense if you're doing it like that. I can actually accept that.
Orozco for a buck. What's up with Snyder using genitalia shaped vessels? Man of Steel. Zoe and Company sent to Phantom Zone, or Zod and Company sent to the Phantom Zone in penises. Rebel Moon, vagina portal. He thinks he's H.R. Geiger. I think a lot of ships kind of look like dicks, to be honest, like spaceships. But yes, that one definitely looks like a vagina. Orozco for a buck. Zod, fuck autocorrect. All good. Ajax Skyline for 10. I'm surprised when the studios hasn't made a modern remake of Indian in the Cupboard, where the toys complain about the oppression Olympics, or why one toy gets more abuse because it's color. I remember that.
I remember
that
that movie. I watched it in school.
Didn't you have to like? Didn't his heart have to be as light as a feather?
I can't
Soul
remember.
had to
I
be
just
like
remember.
lighter than a feather. I don't fucking remember, but I do remember a little Indian in a cupboard.
Yeah, I remember watching it when I was a kid. I haven't seen it in forever.
Jesus Davila for 10. Just wanted to wish you guys, everyone at G&G, the mods, the chat, the lurkers, the listeners out there, a Merry Christmas. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you.
Amenti for 10. Let me know if you actually want me to write up a quick description of History Tech, a Star Citizen. Been following closely since the beginning, so I can summarize the big milestones.
Have you seen that Star Citizen thing? It's like 30 minutes. It's incredible. It's incredible. Like it's kind of hard to even process how incredible it is. Just Minty was passionate about me watching it, and I did watch it. I wish I would have done a live reaction to it. I'm actually trying to do clip some of those out a little more over on D-Day Cobra as we evolve that channel, because 2024. That's why I started the Cobra 199 channel, because I've just accepted that D-Day Cobra is a political channel for the most part. I'm not going to I'll talk other things over there, but as 2024 gets here, again, I think it's kind of funny to think about me uploading after doing a rant about Trump and Alex Jones and the deep state, uploading like, hey guys, look at my new Fortnite skin. Look at these new Ninja Turtle Fortnite skins. It seems a little weird. So that's why I've got like a dedicated channel for that. But yeah, the Star Citizen video is incredible though.
WG for 50. Vin Diesel isn't gay, but he does close his fridge like Jeremy. Oof. What does that mean?
It's just some joke he's made about closing a fridge where you like you take your hip and hit the fridge door, go boom. Yes.
What did that come from?
I don't know, but he said it in a super chat like a couple weeks ago.
Just like a little hip thing. Yeah, I get that. Makes sense now. And then WG also gives 5 memberships as well. Thank you. The real smile bit for 10. I keep seeing people bring up the G&G's going bankrupt in 2024. Is someone spreading this around online? Was just curious.
It was a meme at the beginning. So I made like a last year at the end of the year on Twitter, I made this tweet like, excited for 2023, and then some weirdo with like pronouns in the bio or whatever, they were like, here's to G&G going bankrupt in 2024, and or 2023, I'm sorry. Here's to G&G going bankrupt in 2023. And so I screenshotted that, and I actually made it like for a short period of time. I took that tweet and I made it when I was on Streamlabs, when somebody would donate like more than $50, that would pop up or something like as the image. And yeah, it turned out 2023, while I did spend more money than I've ever spent with G&G, we made more money than we've ever made, for sure. It was our most financially successful year. And that is solely because of you in the chat. That is solely because of you guys. We don't, again, I'm not saying like, yeah, we've got the thing with Meta PCs. We do have some sponsorship opportunities that we're discussing right now, and we're looking forward to expanding upon those, but we're reliant upon the people. The people are who makes this go. And so it's really a testament to all of you guys. And so I really do appreciate it. What a hell of a year it's been. And looking forward to what we got in store for next year.
Accident Seller for Norwegian 59. Medal of Honor on PS1, superb. Great orchestral score and meaty weapon sounds. The controls are excellent. Ein Papieren Bittel. Or Byte. Sorry. Ein Papieren Byte. Hashtag retro emulation. I hope I didn't say something weird. Let's see. Eric K, member for 28 months. Gold star for Ryan. Enjoy it. Thank you. Tobias Next for 2. Gotta say it. Merry Yifmas and a happy nude deer. You fucking degenerate, Tobias. Nagardnall for 20 months. Merry Christmas to all of G&G in the absolute amazing chat. Thank you. Lord Botha, member for a month. As played Lego Fortnite yesterday and says he plans on pouring hours into the game.
Nice.
Absolutely loved it. Minecraft, but smoother and with Legos.
The thing I like about it is I like the third person kind of element to it. And I also like what's weird is, so not all the characters, Ryan, and this pissed me off so bad. I should have been live when this happened, but not all of your Fortnite skins have translated over. I don't know if they're going to work on that, but Snake Eyes in particular, Snake Eyes is translated to a fucking black woman as a default because they don't have Snake Eyes. So it's a fucking black woman Lego character. I don't know if I can change that because I haven't tried it much, because I was just kind of clicking on the game to see. And so it takes whatever character you have as like your character that you're playing as at that moment, and you switch to Lego Fortnite and it's a fucking black woman. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then I went to like my Star Wars, characters, and they translated, you know what I mean, to like their Lego version. So I don't know if they don't have the rights or whatever.
That's
but
funny.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
That was rough. Roger Rubio for 2. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you. Reckless Neo, member for 3 months. Just want to say thank you for entertaining me on my route this past year. I watch all you guys' channels. Thank you, and Merry Christmas to the 199. Thank you, Reckless Neo. I came to laugh at you for 10. Rebel Moon seemed to me Zack Snyder's attempt at making his own 7 Samurai / Magnificent 7 while borrowing heavily from Warhammer 40K. Could be wrong. I still have 40 minutes left to watch. Maybe.
I don't know if I'll be able to finish it before FNT, but we'll see. We do have Friday Night Tights today over on Nerdrotics channel, so make sure you go and check that out. We'll have a lot to discuss for sure over there, and I know Rebel Moon, Aquaman. I'll try to discuss some Iron Claw over there. Dan Vasc is doing my part in the financial success of Geeks and Gamers. Well, this was a great stream until Dan just super chatted, and now it's all fucked. So there you go. There you go.
Right. We're all caught up.
We are all caught up. So again, 199 backpacks. You can go check them out over on 221B Tactical. You got till the end of the year. I hope to see more of you go over there and get you a bag. Other than that, we got Friday Night Tights, and then I got Cobra Cast over on my D-Day Cobra channel. And that's about it. Other than that, Ryan, what do you got going on?
I don't have enough. I'm going to try to invent a time machine so I can have enough time between now and Christmas to do everything I need to do.
I heard that. There's a lot to do,
Taker, Jeremy licenses out Beardo's 50 for extra money.
I heard that. That's good. Well, then what will we do with all the shit that he's ripped off from Dr. Disrespect? So, you know,
we're gonna have to pay a lot of shit out to the doc for that.
I heard that. All right, guys. We love you all. Appreciate you all. Hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We will see you for Friday Night Tights here in a few hours. And other than that, talk to you later. Bye, everyone.